Okay, we're continuing on for the affiliate meeting. It's a question, is the marketing for a specific book, will prospects see all 4 books so they can choose which book? The marketing, we have separate pages for each book. So if you look at the image on top of my head right there, this one, actiontakerspublishing.com/spotlight author. What we did is we'll show you all the pages, but each of these particular books has its own page. So for the Spotlight on Speaking, it's actiontakerspublishing.com/spotlight author. For Wickedly Smart Women, it's /WSW. For Choose Confidence, it's /confidence. And for Quantum Manifestation, it's quantum author. You don't have to worry about that because that will be in the emails that go out. As Latara sends the emails out, those specific links will be in there. The thing is that we do have a page that you can send people to for them to choose whichever books. But I find that when you're targeting a specific person, so there's a couple ways to market, right? I'm going to just talk about 2 of them right now. One is what we call a spray and pray. You send the message out there, you hope somebody sees it, and you hope they click on the link. You hope, and then there's specifically targeted. So this is why I was mentioning, like, if you know somebody who is a life coach, if you know somebody who is a speaker trainer, like very specific, and you're like, you know what, this is a perfect book for them. Like, let's say they're a speaker trainer, and a perfect book for them would be Spotlight on Speaking, because it's all about speaking. You know, this person is a speaker trainer, or this person speaks a lot. Like, they get out there, they speak on summits, they speak on stages. How did they get there? That they might be a good fit. You actually reach out to that individual person and you say, hey, I think you're an amazing speaker. I've seen you speak, or, whatever the message is, I've seen you speak at different events or what have you. There's a book that's being put together called Spotlight on Speaking. I think you're a perfect fit for it. Now, what this does is that if you think about it from your own perspective, when people have reached out to you to tell you how they think you are amazing in this particular area, like, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel seen and heard, first of all. I'm guessing. I'm speaking of myself, of course. It makes me feel seen and heard. It makes me feel like I'm special in that area, that, wow, somebody actually noticed me. They're paying attention. See, the spray and pray is an iffy. Whereas when we know exactly who is a good fit, and we reach out to that specific person and we tell them why we think they're a fit, is better than, like, the emails that we send, they're generic. But if you really personalize them, it helps to let them know that I thought of you. I thought of you. And it starts a great conversation. Let me see, can we get all the marketing materials all at once? Latara?
That is a great question. So far, we have it planned so that you get the marketing materials for each book published for that week at the beginning of the week. But with that question, we might want to revisit that idea just so that people can have that in their hands.
Yeah, I love those questions.
Thank you for that question.
Because we're thinking what we're thinking. And then so you ask a question like that, like, oh, that's a darn good question. So what we can do is, Latara, are the materials created? Like, are the materials created for the 4 different books?
As of today, no.
Okay, so as of tonight,
remedy that. So
yeah, as of tomorrow, maybe. What do you think?
We could probably have them ready by tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll create a Google Drive, and in that Google Drive, we'll have 4 folders, 1 for each book. Inside there, we'll have the marketing materials for that book, as well as the content for that book. And that way, that was a great question, Deborah. Thank you for asking that, especially since we're saying you can market at any time. It does make sense for us to have them all available. It's just something we didn't think about. So I love when people ask us questions like that. It really gets us to kick into gear faster. Okay, so with that said, Latara, you want to talk about how they use the affiliate program, and if you don't have your login, how you can find it, or how you can log back in, or what we can do to help them with that. Latara, the floor is yours.
All right. So First of all, let me go ahead and share my screen. And I'll walk you through the materials that we have sent out. So this is the email that you would have received about a week ago. No, this is, what's going on? Okay. So the subject line of the email that has all 4 links is earn a $1,000 commission per book in June for affiliates only. And if you go back into your emails and you find that this has your link for each of the 4 books, and it's automatically populated. As you can see, this is mine, but for you, it will be yours. And so people can go to this link, and I'll show you the landing pages for all 4 books as well. So this is the confidence book. It shows the interview with Linda and Molly Mahoney. That was an absolutely fabulous interview, by the way. Everybody should watch that, even if you're not going to join the book. And it shows all of the information about what people are getting when they join. And then when they go click on that, they'll go to the checkout page for that book. And you'll know that it's the correct link because it'll say at the very top of the page, you are now shopping with Latara Dragon. Okay, so that's the Molly Mahoney book. The next one is the Wickedly Smart Women book. Again, we have an interview here because we've noticed that when people can consume a video, they're more likely to buy. So that's why we have an interview for each of the books. Again, gives you all the information so that when they go the checkout, again, it goes to the checkout page and you will be receiving the $1,000 commission from that. And just a side note on that, you were mentioning that if they pay in full, you will get the commission right away, correct, Linda?
In a week after they pay, yes.
Oh, a week, okay. And then if they pay in monthly payments,
they'll get the
$1,000,
the $1,000 after they've made their final payment.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the next one is quantum manifestation. I like that one. And I think that we'll be adding a video here. Is that correct, Linda? Oh no, here it is. Here's the video.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It needs to be moved to the top. So Sally, I was going to ask you if you can move it to the top. She literally just added that video like 5 minutes ago.
Awesome. Sally rocks.
We're working behind the scenes, you know? Oh,
Yep. And if you want so to answer Deborah's question, if you want to create your own copy for them, you can just go to this landing page and grab some of this and then copy it and paste it into an email. But we will try to get those materials out to you as soon as we can. In the meantime, you can use this. And the last one is Spotlight on Speaking. Why does it keep doing that?
That one, there's no video yet. And so that was kind of like one of the reasons why we didn't want to really spotlight on that one, but it still can, you can still talk about it and people can still join. There's just no video, video about it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a little blurb here.
Yeah,
so we still have the video component there.
Yeah, that was just a testimonial.
Like Linda said, we're kind of behind the scenes building this as we go. So yeah, so bear with us. And so the one that you received from Molly Mahoney's book, the subject line was, "This is insanely good. Did you see this?" And this is where you actually get the swipe copy to use. So in this instance, you would grab everything below the line. Well, you wouldn't have the subject line in there, but you just highlight all of this and paste that into an email. Just copy paste. And this is automatically populated with your correct affiliate link. So you don't have to worry about that. And so the way that we set this up is you don't actually have to go into your affiliate back office to be able to promote this event. Because we found that it was confusing a lot of people to figure out where to go, where to grab your link and everything. So we're just sending it all to you to make it super, super easy. And if you did want to go into your back office just to take a look at, track your stats and everything, then you can go to actiontakerspublishing.goafpro.com. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat as well for the people that are here. And that is that. I'm going to stop sharing. Here's your back office. That way it's always good to track your numbers so you can see if your campaigns are working and if you're getting sales and all that. And it's back to you, Linda.
Back to me. Awesome. I love it. So again, to reiterate, we'll have the Google Drive. We'll have all of the different marketing materials and the content in it by tomorrow evening, Sunday evening. And we're in the process of scheduling the webinar regarding the Spotlight on Speaking book. When that webinar has been hosted, then we'll go ahead and put it up live there. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule, this is something I just thought of this morning as I was on my walk. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule 4 live webinars for this month at some time. I got to figure out the dates and times. And they're not going to be really live, but they're going to be where they have to go register to attend. And so you'll be able to send them there as well. You're going to send them to the same place. It's always going to be sending them to our website, because that's how your affiliate link works. And then from there, they'll click on a button to go register to watch the webinar. It's going to be a pre-recorded webinar. It's not going to be a live one. And so this might just have a different feeling. I want to find out, does this create a different sort of, maybe like urgency? Does this create a different sort of feeling for them to watch a webinar instead of going on a website and watching a video? Because, a webinar just feels different than a video. And so I'm going to try different things to see what works best for, capturing people's interest. But again, you're still going to send them to the same place, but the language might change. It might be, for the next 2 days, we're going to invite people to attend the webinar. We're not going to invite them to go to the website. We're going to invite them to attend a webinar. So we might do something like that. So just look out for some different things that we're going to be putting out there. With all marketing is test and measure. You got to test it. You got to put it out there, see what works, see what doesn't work. It can work today, but not work tomorrow. It could work on this product, but not work on that product. So everything, it's never a slam dunk of how marketing is done. But the one thing that does work the best is, as I was mentioning earlier, is if you know a specific person. So if I were to ask you, who do you know who is a speaker coach? Your brain is going to look for a speaker coach. But if I ask you, who do you think is a fit for this book? It's way too broad of a question to be answered. And so your brain doesn't really know where to go. You might not know a speaker coach. So that initial question, you're like, I don't know anybody. It's an easy answer. It's either I know somebody or I don't, period. You might not know them well. You might have seen somebody and thought, you know what, that might be a good person. I could reach out to them and start a conversation. Start a conversation with that person and feel them out. For what we're doing with these particular books, again, the goal is to get them all filled, which is there's 50 outstanding chapters. That's a lot of chapters to fill. And we would love to get them filled this month and pay you out $50,000 total, to one person. That'd be even could you imagine getting $50,000 in 1 month? I don't know if any of you have done that yet. I say. But could you imagine, 50,000, it is possible. It is possible. If you know the people who would be a good fit for these books, it is possible for that to happen. Let's see. I like the specific, much focus. I immediately think of someone. Exactly. And that's exactly how our brains work. And so this is one thing that I've learned throughout the 10 years that I've been in business, and, figuring out how to run my business and how to attract them, people and what have you, is that when we are asked a question, our brain searches for the answer. The question to think about in your own business is, am I asking the wrong questions? Because if we're asking the wrong questions, we're gonna get the wrong answers. It's just like ChatGPT. It's a great tool if you know how to use it. It's a great tool if you know which questions to ask it so that you get the result you're looking for. So really thinking about, this particular question of like, who do I know? If I asked you the question, do you know somebody? I'm going to use this book because this is the one I have up here, Spotlight on Speaking. Do you know somebody who is a speaker trainer? Your answer may be yes. But that's like a closed question. It's a yes or no. And that's why we ask, like, who do you know? Because when you say, who do you know? Who do I know who is a speaker trainer? When you ask it from that perspective, now names start popping into your head. And then those are the people you would reach out to. What women do you know that trust their intuition? You've seen them like, wow, look at this person. They're doing this and that and this. They're doing all kinds of things. Look at that. They're probably trusting their intuition. And they're taking action. They are definitely, if they're doing a lot of things, going a lot of places, spending a lot of time in different areas, they're definitely taking action. So those might be a good fit for the wickedly smart women, trusting intuition, taking action, transforming worlds. So just kind of like thinking along that lines. Sally says the quantum manifestation page is already updated. So at the top of that screen on the quantum manifestation page then is the video talking about the book and what makes, like, who are we looking for this particular book? What are you going to get by joining that particular book, and all of that stuff is on that video. So with that said, any other questions? I'm loving the questions. These are great. Questions always help us, and to be able to know what we're missing. So Deborah, that question you asked was a great one. It helped us to think beyond what, like, our tunnel vision, like what we're thinking right now. So thank you for that. Any other questions or any other thoughts? Sally, Latara? Sally, what do you got to say today?
I think you covered everything. I think it looks good. I'm excited to see where this goes. I think that these are great books to be part of. There's great benefits to being in each one of them, has different benefits based on the person who's heading it up. So yeah, be sure to check that out and mention that and have them go in and really look at the website and look at all the additional benefits that they're going to receive, not just from us, but from the people who are heading up the book, because there's a lot of great stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Sally, what we're going to add to the quantum manifestation that I just realized isn't there, as for one of the bonuses, is to participate in the Quantum Manifestation Summit. It's a summit that is already been recorded, but anybody new comes in, we'll have them do a recording of their presentation and we'll include it in the summit. And so it's just an evergreen summit that's already been recorded, but that'll be an added benefit, another way for them to get their message out there, and they can actually make money from that summit as well. So, so that's something we'll add, make a note of that. It just came to my mind that we didn't have that on there. With that said, any last questions? Eva, does your daughter have a question? No. Tara.
I'm glad Sally mentioned that, because my marketing mind, you know how that goes. I start making these connections. So one of the things that you can do to incentivize people is add your own bonuses, right? Why not? If you really want to get somebody in that book, you can say, oh, by the way, if you sign up through my link, you're also going to get blah 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 from me. So that's a great way to
that's a great
increase the value.
tip.
Yeah,
that's a great tip, because maybe there's something that you offer that you would like to incentivize people to to be able to purchase the book that would make sense for them. And then you get them in, like, if it's something you offer for free, and then they could end up becoming a client of yours. You just never know. You never know. So that's a great idea, Latara. Thanks for bringing that up. Any other great ideas like that? Is that a Star Wars t-shirt? Yeah. Awesome. I love it. Fantastic. Okay, if no more questions, we'll go ahead and end it for today. And I'm not sure how I'm going to splice together these videos, which is a bummer. But I'll figure that out somehow. Awesome. We got the applause going. Yay. Publish and profit.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. We got the applause going. Yay. I love it. I love it. Well, let's get out there and, get some of those sales. I mean, there is a potential for you to make, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. It really is there. It is there. You just have to manifest it, make it happen by quantum manifestation.
Linda,
Yes.
one last thought, and maybe I'm putting you on the spot here, but are you, I thought I heard you say at one point that you are open to the idea of doing a Facebook Live with somebody if they wanted to promote a specific book, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, always open to that. As long as it fits on my calendar, I'll make it happen. I will be there without my hat and my t-shirt. I'll be
So that's yet another way to promote these. So
yeah, either
thank you so
Facebook
much for that
Live,
generosity.
Instagram Live, whatever. If you want to bring me in, you can do it on your phone. You just do a quick interview, and we can make it 10, 15 minutes tops, just to kind of introduce the idea. And what this does is just gets more people hearing about it. The algorithms love video still, and it's another great way to get a message out there. So that's definitely an option, Latara. Thanks for bringing that up and remind me about that. So if you want to do that, just message me via email, or Facebook would be the best way. LinkedIn, I'm so slow on, so you don't want to do that. But the email or Facebook would be the best way. Just reach out to me and we'll get something on the calendar. As long as we do it before the end of June, we can get that message out there, and we can, I really think it's ideal to focus on just one book. Would be the ideal way to do it, because that way we're speaking to a specific audience. So if that's something you want to do, just go and reach out to me and let's get it scheduled and make it happen. Awesome. Anything else? Joseph, Eva? No? Okay. Okay, fantastic. Thanks you all, and have a great day. And I'll see you later.
Happy promoting.
Yes,
Bye.
happy promoting. Bye-bye.